That's it. That's it.
So much has happened over this last month and it's just really warming my heart. Hey friends, I'm Beck and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. It is another monthly update and Finneas is officially 7 months old. I can't believe how fast this time is flying on by. In this video, I'll be sharing his routine, the activities that I've been doing with him and the milestones that he has met. So if you want to hear all the ins and outs of this past month, stay tuned, give it a big thumbs up because it really does support my channel. Don't forget to hit subscribe and tap that bell so you get notified when we upload every Monday and Thursday because it's all about parenting with a plan, and today I'm sharing with you how this last month has been. So let's get right into it. Fun fact about this last month is that 3 out of the 4 weeks we actually were either in lockdown or on school holidays, which meant for the first time in a while I was actually able to focus on Finneas's routine, and I'm so thankful that this last month it really did improve, because if you've watched my 6-month update, it was a really bad month because there was no predictability. His sleep routine just went out the window, and I think mostly because he was going through a growth spurt, but he was also going through a growth spurt in this last month, and yet he was able to find a better routine, which is so good, and I'm so thankful that it happened. So Finneas is currently doing about an hour 20 for his daytime sleeps, which is fine. It gives me predictability and peace of mind so that I can plan my day, and especially having the 3 kids at home for 3 weeks, it was really nice to be able to come up with a bit of a game plan for each day. So a typical day for Finn would look something like this. He would get up at 7 o'clock and have his milk feed. He would then start playing around 7:30 and continue playing until about 9 o'clock. Some days he was getting tired earlier and heading down to sleep a little bit earlier, but most days he would start his morning sleep at 9. Depending on how long it would take for him to self-settle, he would get up between 10:20 and 10:30. He would have some time playing with his sisters, and then at 11 o'clock I would give him his second milk feed. He would then continue to play, and then at the same time that I fed the girls their lunches, I would give Finn some baby-led weaning food, and I will make a whole video about the foods that I've introduced him to this last month. It's been an interesting and fun, exciting journey that we've been on, but he would have some baby-led weaning time in his high chair. Then at 1 o'clock he would go down for his second sleep. Once again, depending on how long it would take him to settle, would depend on when he would get up, but he'd generally get up sometime around 2:30, and then at 3 o'clock I would give him another milk feed. He would then play for the afternoon, and then at 4:30 he would go down for his final nap. And this nap was kind of hit and miss throughout the month, but most of the time he did have it, and he would sleep through until about 5:30 or 6, and this is when he would have some more baby-led weaning, and most of the time he would be eating whatever was off our plates that was age appropriate. And then at 7 o'clock I would give him another milk feed. His feeding time has drastically shrunk. He is feeding for about 10 minutes each side, and that's like a good feed. There were some days that he would need some extra comfort and it might be a 20-minute feed, but long gone are the days where it's taking me a long time to feed him. It's making me feel really excited because I'm not getting mentally drained from the sensory experience of breastfeeding, and he's just become more efficient at it, which I'm super thankful for. This means he goes to bed sometime around 7:30. He'll sleep through all the way until 3 a.m. where he has his another milk feed, and then we start the day again. We've definitely been able to tell when Finneas has finished his growth spurt or his Wonder Leap, because even in the last couple of days where Finneas has finished his Wonder Leap, you can just see a difference in his mood. He's able to sleep better, he's just happier, and it's really hard when you are going through that growth spurt because they are so grumpy and gruzzly and they will lose their routine, and it makes life a little bit tough. But definitely hold on if you are currently experiencing a growth spurt. It's 100% worth it because Finneas has actually achieved 3 big milestones this month, and it wouldn't have happened if he didn't go through this growth spurt. The big milestone that happened literally in the last couple of days is that Finneas is able to roll both ways. It has taken a good couple of months for him to roll from his back over onto his tummy, but thankfully he achieved it, and it was so special because he was getting so close. He was getting stuck on his side for a little bit, and then just before I thought he was going to roll for the first time, I was able to call Michael up on FaceTime, and he was able to experience it as well.
Way! Good boy! Good boy! You roll over. You roll over. You show Zoe. You said, look, Zoe, I can roll over. That's it. That's it. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Woohoo!
And now he is rolling like a boss. It's like he's been rolling his whole entire life. And it really taught me to have patience and the fact that babies will do it when babies are ready, and it's great to encourage them and to get their muscles moving, but not to be worried about it, because I was definitely getting to the point of being a little bit concerned that he wasn't rolling just because he was rotating and has been rotating around his play mat for about a month. I really did want him to be able to have the freedom to roll from his tummy to his back and his back to his tummy, just so that his playtime could evolve and that he could get ready for crawling. It's really exciting because now that Finneas is on the move, his playtime experiences has evolved and deepened to a whole new level. So if we do place him on his back, he loves to play with his A-frame and the dangly toys, but once he's had enough, he rolls right on over and he will start to play with the toys that are on the ground. I've recently got out a mat that has different sensory experiences on it, and he likes to rotate and play around the different experiences. And the other really funny thing that he's currently doing is he loves to push backwards. So he's not crawling forwards, but he'll push back and slap the floor and have a bit of a giggle. And the place that you put him down, he will absolutely not be there when you come back to him or look at him again. He is on the move, and I'm sure that crawling is definitely on his horizon. Another thing that he's doing now that he's on the move is that he'll sit up with a pillow behind him and he'll start to play with toys in front of him, which is exciting. So his playtime is no longer in the swing or in our little side cot to keep him safe. Those have all been packed away for a future baby, and he's now doing most of his playtime on the floor, and his sisters are starting to get involved, and it's a really nice bonding time for them as siblings. Another really exciting milestone that has happened once again in this last week is that Finneas is now saying Dada. It's so funny being my third child. I did not say it at all. I have been encouraging Mama and Bub, and his sister's name like Rara and Zozo, but out of nowhere he was like, and I was so excited that I got it on film. But it's so funny about the fact that I didn't encourage it at all, because I really wanted him to say mum as his first word, and yet this is what has naturally happened. Mick and I don't know whether to count it officially as his first word, because he's not exactly saying it to get Mick's attention, but he is saying it to get someone's attention, and he is talking using that word, and he loves the reaction that we give to him, and he giggles and smiles and keeps saying it. So it's really super sweet, and I'm just really excited that this is the start of once again him talking. Over this last month, baby-led weaning has started to get a bit of traction, which is really exciting. During his 6th month, we did start with rice porridge, and I will upload a video, probably the next one or the one after, about our experience about doing rice porridge and how that has led us to baby-led weaning. And then I'll upload another video about all the things that we've done this last month when it comes to baby-led weaning. This is my first time doing it. Even though I am a third-time mum, I was never confident at doing it with my girls, and they took to purees like it was gold. Finneas has been a little bit tricky in introducing food to him. He is definitely a milkman. He loves having a good old breastfeed, but anything other than that, he has been really cautious to take on. And the thing I love about baby-led weaning for our family is the fact that when I'm cooking dinner, I am generally just cutting the veggies into strips rather than chunks, or I'm saving a piece of protein that I'm not spicing or anything like that, and then he has that on his tray. And once again in this last week, he has just taken to it, and it's so incredibly easy and it's great to watch, and I'm just really excited that this is working for him, because purees has been an uphill battle. So here's question of the day. Which method have you done? Have you done purees? Have you done baby-led weaning? What experiences have worked for you? Because even though I'm a third-time mom, I am kind of struggling a little bit with Finn. He's got that personality type that is just not enjoying food like the girls did. So any wisdom or knowledge I would love to hear. So please comment it down below. I would love to know how you have introduced food to your bubbies and what really worked for you guys. So that was the month that was. It was a little bit rocky at the start coming out of that whole 6-month regression that we went through, but definitely towards this latter half of the month, he has just blossomed into such an amazing little boy. Honestly, your love really does multiply the more kids that you have and their little personalities when they start to come out and you start bonding with them. And he's just such a sweet little bubby, and I'm really excited that I've been able to witness all of these milestones and that I still have another month of work. So I will be going back at the end of May, so he'll be roughly 8.5 months old, which is the longest time I've had off work, and I'm so thankful to God for giving me this opportunity that with every bub I've had that little bit more time off, and it's really exciting to be able to see all of my kids grow up. It's really special when you get to experience your bubs first, and I'm really thankful that I was there for his rolling and introducing food to him and hearing him say dada, and it really does warm my heart. So thank you so much for tuning in for today's video. I hope you have found it helpful or good food for thought, and please comment down below about your experiences for introducing purees and food to your bubbies. I'd really like to know your experiences, because this parenting gig doesn't come with a rule book, we only have each other. And I'll see you in my next video, which will be about introducing food to Finn for the first time.